Ow, ow, ow. Ooh. Hello, Annette. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. And what about yourself?
I am blessed and highly favored. And hello. How are you, movers? You have tuned in to Can We Talk, brought to you by Movement Worldwide. Your compliments of your co-hosts, Anita Faye Wilson and Annette L. Anderson. We are the movement. We're a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a move meant to move. Yes, we are a move meant to move. We want to help you thrust into your purpose, to help you live the best version of yourself and win. We've tapped into some winning information, some winners' resources seated at the winner's table. And as we say each and every week, we invite you to sit right along with us, right, Annette?
Yes, that is so correct, Anita. It's amazing how big this table is getting. And I don't care how many people come on, we got room for you. So thank you for sharing with us tonight.
There is room. We got room for you. I just felt like going Mahalia Jackson right there.
You didn't go ahead.
There is room for you. We have room for you. And as we often say to you guys, we are not psychologists, but what are we, Annette?
Lifelogist.
We are lifeologists. And we say that because we have lived through some things. We've experienced a lot of things between the two of us. Let me tell you something. Just about everything that you could ever go through, we have been through it. And guess what? We survived. And we
Yes.
love to share stories because we believe that iron sharpens iron. And we want to always be our brother and our sister's keeper. So we always inspire you to come and sit at this incredible table with us, and where we always say, where the table is spread, like the old people used to say, and the feast of the Lord is going on, that you can come and sit right in, dwell in, have a good conversation. We got something for Lottie Dottie and everybody. So we thank you once again. You could have gone anywhere else with your time, but you chose to come here. And we have some movers that have come into the room. Hello, moving. Hello. Grace, union completion. Come on in there, hit it.
Completion.
You better get it, girl. She better get it, girl. Completion. Grace, union completion. And we also have Elder Sharon Elaine Green. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sharon. You
Hello.
know, and all of the other movers who be, they be chilling. And then, one thing I've learned about our people is sometimes they just be sitting and chilling and watching. I just don't say nothing. I be there, but I just don't say nothing. So we want you to say something. We want you to say hello, good evening, all that good stuff. I'm gonna type in a little greeting on my own. Let me get my little greeting typed in. Hello, movers. Hello, movers. Hello, movers. I love to greet our people because you know what? Your time is precious. And we're grateful that you decided to come and stop by here and hang out with us tonight because we always have a great conversation. We don't take it lightly. So there's my greeting. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. Did I get that right? Well, it's a little comma there, but y'all know what I mean. Hello, movers. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to tune into get ready for our conversation. But before we do that, I want to take a quick moment and I want to go over a few house cleaning rules. I always say house cleaning rules. We're going to go over a few house cleaning rules so that we can kind of set the tone before we get into our conversation. The first thing we want you to do is please, the video that you're watching, wherever you're watching your stream from, either Facebook or YouTube, those are the two platforms that we are on right now. Please, we ask you to please make sure that you subscribe. You hit the subscribe button and set your notifications as well. And that you hit that like button, that thumbs up, the heart, whatever, show us some love. And then that arrow, you can click that button and share this broadcast. You can share it to your page. You can share it in DM. You can share it to somebody else's page. You can share it in a group. You can click that link on YouTube and you can share it in text and email and WhatsApp. So you have many ways to share. So please subscribe, like, and share. The other thing is we are a nonprofit organization. We always pray that every seed sown into this ministry, that it return to you 100-fold. We don't take seeds lightly because we need them, because that's how we function. We are a nonprofit and every seed counts. So please sow a seed at our Cash App, $Movement Worldwide. Again, that's $Movement Worldwide. The other thing you can do is you can come into covenant with us by sowing a monthly seed. You come into covenant by becoming a patron. And hmm, what you say? Oh, you want to know how? Okay, all right. I'm glad you asked. That's great questions. So, how somebody asked, how do I become a patron? Very easily. You can go to our website, movementworldwide.org. There's a red button at the top that says become a patron. You can click that button. That button will take you to patreon.com. At patreon.com, you can set up your account and you can set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day. That's $2.80 a week. But guess what? Whatever the seed, it's all greatly appreciated. So please sow a seed via Cash App or by becoming a patron. The other thing you can do is you can follow us everywhere you see that little globe above Annette's head. Follow us at Movement Worldwide on all platforms. You can also email us at info@movementworldwide.org. Now, without further ado, it's time for us to go into our conversation. We have a conversation somebody say
Each and
every
every.
each and every time we come on, we have our format. Our format is very standard, but we do this format to meet all of the needs of everybody. We want you to be inspired, we want you to be motivated, we want you to be empowered, and we want you to laugh and have some fun. So tonight we start off every week with our transformational topic. And tonight I'm going to get into that topic. I always say, these topics are just so personal. But this one, somebody said something to me today, and I was like, you know what? Because I had not figured it out yet. I didn't have it. I normally have it, like by Monday. I had something in mind and I changed it because of what somebody said to me today. Y'all can see I got my hair braided, and the only lady that braided my hair, she said, you know what? It's like your heart singing. Like, you know what? And that is exactly what it is. So our topic tonight is you make my heart sing. When we talk about our heart singing, it's a really, when you think of it from a practical standpoint, it's another beautiful way of saying that someone loves you. Oh,
Mm.
it makes my heart sing. When someone's heart sings, it means that they're incredibly happy and they just feel really good on the inside. It's the best feeling in the world when you can make someone's heart sing. Oh. But I'll bring up another song. There was a song in the 70s by Rick James called Mary Jane. Mary Jane. And he came in, and this was a song that came to mind, right? He said, I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She makes me feel all right. She makes my heart sing. And I was like, where have I heard that in a song? And it was like, that is what came to mind. But when you look at the words, even though we know what he was talking about, but he said, and when I'm feeling low, she comes as no surprise, turns me on with her love, takes me to paradise. And it was like he was so in love with Mary Jane. Well, we all know that he meant marijuana. But when I looked at this paragraph of this song, I was like, wow, that is amazing that something or someone can make you feel that good. I mean, it's like that your heart sings. Well, technically, there is a song in everyone's heart, but what is your tune?
Mm. Okay.
What song are you singing in your heart? The song in your heart should celebrate what you consider worthy of celebration. And one of the things that I have learned in this walk is that when the Bible tells you to guard your heart and mind, that is a serious, serious thing. Because when you let the wrong stuff get in your heart, it's going to dictate the outcome. That's why the Bible told us to only put the word of God, paint the walls of our heart with the word of God, because when you are down, the Holy Spirit brings things to your remembrance, and you might just find a song in your spirit when you don't know what to say, when you don't know how to feel. Whatever you delight in or find joy in is worthy of celebration. And this does not mean that your soul is satisfied as it could be, or that your soul is satisfied with the things that it should be satisfied with. That's just it. It just means that you have, in the midst of darkness, in the midst of storms, in the midst of pain, in the midst of heartbreak, in the midst of shortcomings, in the midst of not seeing things work out the way you think they should, in the midst of the most brokenhearted situation, loss, financial ruin, in the midst of all of that, you still find your yet praise. You realize that no matter what, you have a praise or a song in your heart and you want to release it. Because when your heart is glad, when your heart is full of joy, we used to hear the saints say, "This joy that I have,
Mm.
the world didn't give it,
Come on
and the
now.
world can't take it away." That's why you have to put the right stuff in your heart so that you could sing from your heart. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee, how great thou art. That's, we can say, I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow. So no matter what I'm going through right now, I know that if he's watching the sparrow, that he's watching me. So that's why I sing. I sing because I'm happy and I'm free. And I'm free because of what's in my heart. I have a reason to celebrate because I know that what I'm going through is temporary and that it would never leave me nor forsake me. So your heart is going to sing the song that you have painted within. Proverbs 15:13 says, "A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart, the spirit is broken." I read that again. A merry heart makes a cheerful countenance, joyful noise, awesome song. But when you have sorrow in the heart, your spirit is broken. We got to change our tune. You got to change your heart. You got to put a song in your spirit. You got to put the word of God in your heart. You got to get all of the bitterness and the anger and the pain. You got to release that stuff because it is displaced. That's when we talk about displaced anger, displaced pain. A lot of times we react and we respond to the outcome of things around us, those things that stimulate us and the things that make us feel indifferent. Yes, and you are human. You have every right to feel. But we have got to be mindful of our responses and reactions to the storms and the things that we are going through and put a song in your spirit no matter what. Because when we don't do that and we get angry, we start to spew. And when we spew, Annette, we start to say stuff that we really don't mean.
Yeah.
We start to say stuff that, and it sounds awful and ugly. And trust me, not only do people hear you, but God knows your heart. He knows your heart and he hears you. And I've been in positions before where I've been so angry because I wanted to see the outcome that I wanted to see. And I never saw it. And we talked about this a while back, and that a lot of times we're wanting the situation to change. We want to see it change. We get so mad and we're like, God, why haven't you changed this situation? Why haven't you done this? And why haven't I seen, the fruit of my labor? Why haven't I seen my blessings come through? Why am I seeing so many problems and heartaches and pain and strife and misery? Why is it, God, that you are not answering? And it's not that he's not answering. He's been answering. He's been answering by telling you that your heart is not singing the right song. You can't walk around mean and bitter and angry and mad and broke, busted, and disgusted and expect God to come in and just do. He don't dance to the beat of your drum. And and if you don't want God's blessings, be careful what you ask for. Well, I don't care no more. I've heard people say that, and I'm like, shh. The devil can hear you. Shut up. Stop saying that. Don't spew that stuff out of your mouth. When you let something out of your mouth, it goes into the atmosphere and you can't take that back. Yes, Annette, there's a song in my heart. There's a song in my spirit. And I want to feel and know and hear God move in the realms of my life. I want to know that he hears the joy in my spirit. That if he never, oh my God, I'm about to shout right now. I used to sing that song. Yes, Lord.
Mm,
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. No matter what. And if he never does another thing, Annette, I'm
come
satisfied.
on now.
How many people can really say that? How
No.
many people can really say that if he never does another thing, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. And I really mean that. He has been so good to me. There are some things just that I want to see. And I believe that God still has me here because there are some things I'm going to see, I'm going to do, I'm going to experience, I'm going to have. And I believe that God is going to allow me to see, experience, do, and have them. But guess what? I am so content with God right where I am. It's like, Lord, I thank you. I thank you for what you have done. I have done more than many people in my life will ever do. I've seen the world. I've seen places and been places that people have never gone and have never done. And guess what? I'm satisfied. Doesn't mean I don't want more. Doesn't mean I don't want mine. Absolutely, I do. And I'm going to get mine because God said so. He said it and that settles it.
Come on now.
But the song in my heart sings a tune of joy that I am so in love with him. I love him so much that he makes my heart sing. You make my heart sing, Jesus.
Come on now.
And that is the transformational topic, your thoughts.
Well, the Bible is very clear to say, at the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So that means we got to make sure we got the right thing in our heart before we open our mouth and start talking. So I'm like you. I need a song. I need something. Because my heart, even if my heart is a little messed up, there's enough in there that when I want to say, you better, God, I thank you.
Exactly. That's the thing. Now you feeling me.
That's right. The Bible says you get hide the word in your heart, so you won't sin against him. So it's all the
Sin
matters of
will
the
not
heart.
sin against thee.
Mm-hmm.
You can be angry. You're human. The Bible says be angry, but sin not.
Sin not.
You
Gotta
have
always
to be
be a
mindful.
song.
Get that song in your spirit. I want to encourage somebody today. There is a song in your spirit. There is a song in your heart. You can dig around. You know how you digging around looking for those keys in the bottom of your purse? Some of us need to do that in our heart and find the song. I know it's in here somewhere. Go find that song because it's that song in that just makes you go there.
Yeah.
A song that's in my heart all the time is not even a gospel song. And I think I've talked about this on Clubhouse, and I want to be done. I talked about this on Clubhouse that every now and then, when I really need to go in, I bust out some Donny Hathaway. I've been so many
Come
places
on.
in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some mad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching, but we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. Man, let me tell you, that song right there, I'll be straight up. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. That takes me all the way in. I will sing that song over and over again. And that thing, I'm bubbled up right now and wanting to well up right now just from singing that little piece of that song. That song, literally, it makes me go all the way in. I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it, but I feel it all the way down in my spirit. Hello, Arnita Patrice. Hello, hello. Yes, that song right there, that one right there, Arnita. And I know you got a song in your spirit. I know there's a song in your spirit, Yolanda. Everybody's got that song, that thing that really takes you all the way there. That one does it for me. That and I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. That right there. Woo! Okay, I'm done.
Hey, I'll just listen. I'm satisfied right now. Hey, we can.
You make my heart sing, Jesus. I don't care what I'm going through. I don't care what it looked like. I don't care how dark it gets. I don't care how lonely it gets. I don't care how broke I am. I don't care how mad I am. I'm satisfied. You make my heart sing. You make my heart sing. That was it, though. So, our transformational topic. Now we're going to go to the next phase of our conversation. I hope you all were blessed by that, but we have another phase to go to. I hear you. There you go. Come on. My soul has been anchored in the Lord. My soul has been anchored in the Lord. I realize. I used to love singing that song. Oh, my soul has been anchored. We can go on and on. What's your song, Annette?
I don't know right now. Jesus, hey, Jesus, be a fence all around me.
Jesus, be a fence.
I need a yeah.
All around me. I remember one day somebody told me that she said she was like, guide me, oh thou great Jehovah, right? And I was like, guide me, oh thou. She's talking about not even that one. Guide me,
oh no,
oh thou great. She went straight Baptist. She said, "My girl, I used to be rocking with that one." Everybody got that one. Oh, look who came on. Hello, Shauna. Everybody's got that song. You got that song that's in your spirit, man. And that thing rings out right in the nick of time. And that's when you can really just throw your head back. And now you can sing it in the shower, in the bathroom, and you're in the privacy of your bedroom. Everybody got to hear you off tune because Jesus hearing it. You ain't doing it in public, please, if you can't say no to it in public. But if you can sing or can't sing or whatever, everybody can sing that song in private, in your car. Sing that song, let it ring, and just lift your head up to the hills from whence come your help and say, God, you make my heart sing. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. You make my heart sing. All right, I'm done for this time. Okay. We're going to give our toast. Annette, can we talk? Oh, can you get that?
Girl, you know I'm slow, okay? And you know I never could find it. Oh,
damn. What? There you go.
Okay.
Yes. Can we talk? We have had our transformational topic. We're going to pause for a moment. Though the storms keep on raging in my life.
We need to have praise and worship service.
I know, right? Right there. So we're going to pause for just a moment. We'll be right back. We're going to pause for a quote from the quoteologist herself for our Annettism, brought to us by yours truly, Annette L. Anderson. We're going to pause for our Annettism, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
God, I am now able to walk freely into my vision. I can move, don't need to get others' permission. Man didn't do this for me, but God put me in this position. This mandate was given to me with a few conditions. First, I must be strong because there will be oppositions. Struggling within myself, I must deal with my inhibitions. Secondly, knowing I've been called and commissioned and will continue to serve without recognition. Finally, be aware life has subtractions and additions. Recognizing He is God, so let Him be the mathematician. Knowing that life will have transitions, morticians, convictions, frictions, contradictions, and evasions. These things I will let God handle. They are out of my jurisdiction. This is Annettism's Expressions.
Now for the morticians and the convictions. You better have the words. And convictions and inventions and traditions and all right.
Jurisdiction.
Okay, for the ictions.
Okay. All right. All righty, y'all. There are some matters and experiences that cause people to become hurt. I love saying this every week. I don't know why I love it. I don't know. Fractured or broken spiritually and emotionally. Sometimes it just takes a conversation to mend a broken heart or spirit. In some cases, a Band-Aid won't do it. That covering, baby, sometimes you got to snatch that thing off. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
All right. I chose this topic uh, because it really something that really kind of bothers me a lot, and I don't never know from week to week what I'm gonna talk about. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about tonight banning books but not bullets. We're banning books but not bullets, and so that thing it really resonated with me. I was like, wait a minute. Of course, I came up with it, but that's still I was like, wow. A book banning is a form of censorship occurs when private individual, government officials, or organizations remove books from library, schools, and reading lists or bookstore shelves because they object to content, ideas, or theme. Although censorship violates the First Amendment right to freedom of speech, some limitations are permissible. The courts have told public officials that at all levels that they may take community standing into account when deciding whether particular materials are obscene or need to be censored. The problem I had with that is who are the people who are deciding what should be censored? You know, while some people are offended about certain books, like but listen, let me tell you this: now, y'all mad about books. But little Johnny, as I call him, little Johnny has iPads, phones, computers, and so many other devices that they can find the book online that you just banned. I find it to be hilarious when some of the commercials that is played daily is oozing with contents that are offensive as some of the books that's banned. Now I'm offended. I'm offended when your whole conversation is you running for office, you showing me that you know how to load a gun. I'm offended with that. But you can get on running for office and take your gun on your commercial and load your gun, but you got a problem with books. Now this was something that was interesting to me that I just saw a couple of days ago. Texas have now removed the Bible and Anne Frank for their libraries until they are deemed to be among the books that kids can read. So they've moved that. They said, oh well, we'll probably put it back, but there have to be I guess they have a board who decides what can and cannot be read. I got a problem with that. Who makes this decision what we can and cannot read? Who are these people? I want to be on that board so I can talk about some books. Now some books can be offensive. Yes, they can. But listen, when I was growing up, certain commercials you didn't see chapter 11. They show naked women, you name it, half naked women, very suggestive commercials, and the list go on and on. But nobody's talking about that. They're so busy worrying about some darn books. Now I was listening to election results last night, and it was so funny because they asked the guy who won. It's like a playlist of everything. They say the same thing. I said, oh my God, is anybody original in this that's running the same critical race theory and did it. Oh God, shut up already. Now this is what my thoughts are. I have my own thoughts because I can do that. We teach children about George Washington, who was a slave master, Abraham Lincoln, who told many lies and had slaves, Christopher Columbus, that didn't discover America because there were people living in where the land when he arrived. So if we're going to start banning books, let's start with some of this erroneous history book that's on the shelves. Now, I can go and ban a few of them because some of that stuff was lie. I always think, like, I know doggone what Abraham Lincoln told some lies. Y'all just lied. And why do you tell stories to make it look like it was such a beautiful relationship that they just came from another country and they gave them corn and they gave them, this and that? Like, no, you came over here, you murdered people, you took that thing that wasn't yours. That's what you did. Let's just tell the truth. So if you're going to ban books, let's start banning there. Even when I was growing up, I was always very inquisitive. Like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me these people, at the time it was just white people, no disrespect, but you mean to tell me don't let these white people come over here and just take your land and give you, and a little corn? And I say a devil is a liar. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. But but it's just a phenomenal that's going on. It's craziness. And it's so annoying, to be honest, that I see this stupidity time after time. Because what I've done, because I was kind of interested in the race because I actually went and voted. So what I did, I said, because usually when I see Republicans and some Democrats, they get on my nerves too. So I listened to the content of the commercial. They started with the same craziness. Oh, they're gonna take our guns. Now you know doggone what. First of all, y'all know that's a lie. Nobody's taking your gun, and you know it's a lie, but it's a good talking point. And for those of us who don't do our own research, oh, they're gonna take our guns, child boo. They're not taking your guns. But they're telling you there's certain types of guns you don't need to have. So it bothers me when you're more concerned and commercials more about some doggone bullets than you really talked about books. You're banning it, but these books are not going to kill. Now I do know certain ideologies you can learn, but you can learn that at home. You can learn that from your friend. Do you think just because they are the same sex marriages and the children that go into school, do you not know that I don't care what you ban, these children sit by each other every day in school. So they're going to change some of their ideologies with the other kids. So you can't do that. That is so dumb. And when you try to take something that's been around over 2,000 plus years and gonna ban it, are you for real? So it bothers me that you can ban books, but you can't ban bullets. And then you're walking around with the same type of gun on these stupid commercials that these young men have been walking into these schools and some other places and killing people, not just the schools, but across the board. You know, I just heard so many people in the last few years stating it about their rights. It's my right. It's my right not to take shots. It's my right to speak up. But when it becomes somebody else's right that you don't agree with, all of a sudden it's not their right anymore. If you have a right not to take a shot, if you have a right to go in a building and roll around on the floor because you're mad because they told you have to put masks on, then why can't we have a right to decide what our children read? If you don't want little Johnny to read it, then little Johnny don't have to read it. So I have a problem with that. So we are trying to kill knowledge by attempting to erase certain groups of people history, or we kill people with constant in their face, it's my right, and I carry my gun. See, they carry their gun to intimidate folks. That don't work with me. Just like when the last man ran for office in that city, they got on my nerves. They were riding around in big old trucks up and down the road with these flags. I thought to myself, the more you ride, the more determined I am that when I go vote, I'm gonna take my pencil and rub it so hard you won't even have no indication. You'll see that you know who I'm voting for. So it don't matter. That don't work. That intimidation, and that's what those commercials are, intimidation. And you try to intimidate me with words. You try to intimidate me when you tell me critical race theory. First of all, let me say this, and I'm almost finished. I'm going to talk about critical race theory and any other theory as much as I want, as long as I'm okay with social media. No, I'm going to teach my kids. I'm going to teach my grandkids, and we come on here every week. You can't ban critical race theory here. And I don't even think I think it's just a talking point, because it shouldn't even be an issue, because you should be teaching Black history anyway. If you had taught it in the first place, there would never be an issue. I'm just saying, that's what I said, and I said what I said. Now, 2 Timothy 1:7 says this: for God hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. Listen, fear means being a coward and being timid. Baby, I'm not scared. Listen, because I know who I am and I know whose I am. Power is that word dunamis. It means, strength. So we got to understand that regardless of what they try to ban, it's not going to work, because you cannot ban in the system we're in. We're in social media. I can sit right here and read any book I want to read. So, and it talks about love, and we should love each other. I'm all for that. I'm all for love, but I still have an issue. Why are you banning books but not bullets? Now I got an issue with that. That's all I have to say about that. But I just needed to get it off my chest. I have a problem with that. I have a problem. It shouldn't even, you want to say they don't teach it in college. Yeah, it shouldn't even be an issue, period. It's history. And but anyway, we're going to talk about something later. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say about that. And it really bothered me only because I looked at the commercial. And it wasn't just one person. It was several people. Mm-hmm. And all of them, I with the gun, and they carrying the gun, and I loading the gun, and this my gun. And child boo, sit down somewhere, take many seats. Because what's going to happen, like it always have, got to kill off a whole generation. So what the things called to do will come to pass. So you can't stop history. I don't care if your little Johnny upset about history. First of all, them kids ain't upset anyway. That's them parents with that foolishness. children, that's learned behavior. Those kids are not all that upset like they pretend. Nah, baby, that's y'all got issues. But anyway, that's it.
Annette, darling, all I can say is,
oh my God.
I'm getting excited, child. Mess up some of my words, but that's okay.
Oh my God.
That was it right there. I mean, when you can't come behind the void, but you done said a whole mouthful and done preached and fussed and all of that. But the funniest, I think the takeaway for me is when you say you gonna rub your pencil so hard in the voting booth. You better rub your pencil hard. Huh?
I wasn't even in my notes yet to make sure they don't mess up and think I'm voting for anybody other than.
And the funny thing is, I was doing that. I actually voted early voting. I did it. I got it on the last day. I voted Sunday, and I was in it like this.
Me
like,
too.
Making sure that my job
right.
was nice and filled in and completely black.
Yeah.
I don't want y'all to make no mistakes on mine.
Yeah, I voted yesterday. I kept telling Leonard, "Come on, let's go. We got to vote. We got to vote."
Well, darling, that's amazing. Thank you so much for that power tool. That's that hard to have conversation.
I was fussing.
Huh?
I was fussing. I just so annoyed.
Girl. But it's needed. That's hard to have conversation. It's the stuff that people don't want to say. A lot of times people think it and feel it and don't want to say it. And then, you're entitled to your opinion, but that just happens to be ours here at Movement Worldwide. You can go home and fuss and you can get mad at us. Write us an email. We don't care. But at the end of the day, we're here to tell you, and they're going to be in there.
That's how I was yesterday. I was like, I'm going. Usually I trace the circle and go real. No, because they like to say voters' integrity. All right, then you had your person sitting out there watching us, so we voted right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Woo! Well, all right, good people. So we're gonna pause another minute and get ready to have some fun. We're gonna have to go to the next part of our conversation. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're going to pause for our commercial break, but there's still time. You can share with somebody and let them know that we're on. They're going to the next part. Come on. Don't miss this. This is where it gets gooder and gooder and gooder. So we're going to pause for our commercial break, but we'll be back in about 2 minutes. Go ahead and share it again. Go ahead and get you something to drink because the topics are coming up right about now.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. Yes. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself.
Absolutely.
So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk?
Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patron button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
It's time for Tea Time Topics. I love Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics. Oh, tea time. All righty, good people. Now for that Tea Time Topic, it's time to make it happen right now. Tea Time Topics, Tea Time Topics. Let me get to my Tea Time Topic here. Boom and boom. You know, I did not know he was that old, Annette.
Yeah, I did. All of them up there old.
Yeah, and they all need to retire. They all need to follow suit. Dr. Anthony Fauci will leave as director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases and as chief medical advisor to President Joe Biden in December, Fauci announced on Monday. While I am moving on from my current positions, I am not retiring, Fauci said in a statement. After more than 50 years of government service, I plan to pursue the next phase of my career while I still have so much energy and passion for my field. Fauci, 81, did not specify what the next phase would include. Next phase at 81, that's what I'm talking about. He previously said that he planned to step down from government office by the end of Biden's term in January 2025. I want to use what I've learned as NIAID director to continue to advance science and public health and to inspire and mentor and mentor the next generation of scientific leaders as they help prepare the world to face future infectious disease threats, Fauci said on Monday. All right, now, I ain't mad at you.
I'm either 50 years.
To be 81, still be in your right mind, be talking about the next phase of your life, the next phase of your career, when most people 10 years ago retired and sat in a rocking chair and been waiting on death to come a knocking.
Come on.
He's still trying to find the next phase. I ain't mad at Fauci at all.
Either.
Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I heard something the governor said negative about him. Oh, he just needs to apologize to this country. Boy, bye. You got what? You probably got about the degree I got. Shut up. Because that man has served faithfully. Just because you didn't like what he did, he's amazing. And I'm going to say this. I'll listen to him any day. Then I'll listen to a Democrat or Republican about medical issues when you barely got a high school diploma. Boy.
Come on. I would listen to him any day rather than listen to somebody telling me to go and put some bleach in my veins.
Yeah, and a light.
That part. So we applaud Fauci.
Yes.
Retirement. Not retirement.
Well, not retirement.
Phase. He is stepping down for the next phase, but he said he is not retiring. Boom. All right now. Okay. Well, fellas, go ahead and take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Right. All right. United States. I'll tell you something about this picture when I finish. U.S. Magistrate Judge Bruce Reinhardt, in a written order Monday, noted the intense public and historical interest in an unprecedented search of a former president's residence, but said he still could ultimately conclude that it would be best not to release any of the affidavit because the redaction would render it meaningless. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I believe that. Some documents related to the search warrant have already been released, showing that a number of the classified documents have been found at Mr. House. I'm not calling his name under the law, Mr. was not supposed to possess any presidential records, which is supposed to be under control of the National Archives. The search warrant affidavit would reveal more the justification for the search and some of the evidence that the government presented to the judge. Reinhardt also said in Monday's order that he remains confident in his decision to authorize the search warrant, having found probable cause that the evidence of the multiple federal crimes would be found at Mar-a-Lago, including obstruction and investigation. Wow. This is what he said, having carefully reviewed the affidavit before signing the warrant, I was and am satisfied that the facts sworn by the affidavit what is that? Affidavit? Oh Lord, I just destroyed that word. Are reliable, he wrote. Now this particular picture here is this when they were out after the raid. I call it the raid on his house. This is them in front of his house, marching his loyal cult. So yeah, this is who they are. It was a few of them, yes.
Ridiculous. Go home.
Yeah, go home, child. Go iron.
Just go home. Go home. Amen. They need to just admit it. They don't want to admit, and they don't, anything but to say that he was wrong, and he's in wrong. They're not going to do it ever, ever, ever. They drank too much of the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Way too much. It's ridiculous. All right, fellas, come on and take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. Let me get this comment off. Let me get to my thing here. On July 25th, 1972, Jean Heller, a reporter on the Associated Press investigative team, then called the Special Assignment Team, broke the news that rocked the nation. As incentives to enter the program, the men were promised free transportation to and from hospitals, free hot lunches, free medicine for any disease other than syphilis, and free burial after autopsies were performed. Based on documents leaked by Peter Buxton, a whistleblower at the U.S. Public Health Service, the then 29-year-old journalist and the only woman on the team reported that the federal government let hundreds of Black men in rural Alabama go untreated for syphilis for 40 years in order to study the impact of the disease on the human body. Most of the men were denied access to penicillin, then when it became widely available as a cure. A public outcry ensued and nearly 4 months later, the Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male came to an end. Today, the effects of the study still linger. It is often blamed for unwillingness of some African Americans to participate in medical research. In observance of the 50th anniversary of Heller's groundbreaking investigation, the AP is republishing the original report and a recent interview with her and others on how the story came together. And it is true that it's like that's really why, because there's some stories in that no matter how many times I hear them, I am equally aggravated.
Yeah.
Equally aggravated. And this has been, it's just been too much. So I'm just, your thoughts?
Yeah, when I saw the autopsy, I said, wow.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like they treated them like they were subhuman, like they really didn't matter. And you ran those tests on them, so the other population make sure that they're okay. That when they be saying Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, I said no, it don't. No, it don't. Yeah, that was definitely a tough time. But these are the things that we have to make sure we get information out there. Don't do that. Don't think we're gonna be quiet.
I know that's right. Ridiculous. So, Oh well, and it's a sad thing, but you know what? That's just some of the foolishness that just takes place, and it's sad that people's hearts have, people's hearts been broken, lives been lost, people dead and buried, people sick and suffered as a result of you deciding to treat Black men like they're animals and test something on them without treatment. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, you hurt the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I wouldn't be surprised they did that to
awful.
Stop But anyway, I ain't gonna say it. Go ahead.
All right. Anyway, fellas with no name, and that has yet to give you a name. Y'all come on you pink, red, blue, red, and yellow, and pink and green. The Rainbow Man. Can y'all take us to the next one?
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. Chief U.S.
Ugh.
I'm gonna say something about this picture.
Mhm.
It disturbed me on a lot of levels. Chief U.S. District Judge Mark Walker blocked the part of the Stop Woke Act. Yeah, well, I don't know why they say woke because I'm glad we did wake up. But anyway, that barred private employers from implementing mandatory diversity, equity, and inclusion training. So they don't. Oh man, Walker ruled that that portion of law violated free speech, and he even went as far to compare the law to the hit Netflix show. In the popular television series Stranger Things, the Upside Down, I don't know, I never watched that. Describes a parallel dimension containing a distorted version of our world. Walker wrote in his opinion, recently, Florida has seemed like a First Amendment upside down. Wow. Also, I'm pretty sure DeSantis is a, what is that, Demogorgon? How do you pronounce that name? Demogorgon?
I don't know how the Moragon.
Demogorgon?
Yes,
Demo? Okay.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, that's what he is. Normally, the First Amendment bars the state from burdening speech, while private actors may burden speech freely. Walker continued. But in Florida, the First Amendment apparently bars private actors from burdening speech, while the state may burden speech freely. Yeah, you're right, sir. It's all right when they say it, but anyway. But as usual, conservatives are only interested in protecting free speech when it comes to the free expression of the right wing ideology. And by ideology, I mean propaganda. Wow. When it comes to anything that gets Oh, wow. When it comes to anything that gets white people all in their feelings, the Republican attitude tends to be what First Amendment? Obviously, as far as DeSantis is concerned, when white people are uncomfortable and offended, it's critical race theory indoctrination. But when black people are uncomfortable or offended, it's just good old fashioned constitutional free speech.
Ridiculous.
So this is what this man said. Now, the problem I have here, now I'm having the kids, but if I was a kid, to a parent to any of those old black kids, I would have a problem with the school system.
Mm-hmm.
Why you got them okay? Maybe their mama gave them the okay, but I got an issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
I would want my kid holding that. No, I don't care who the governor. I don't care if the president. I don't care if it's Biden. My kid would not be holding that. And if that was my kid, trust me, they will be hearing from me. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Some baby
I
hold
concur.
them. No, you know. Huh?
I concur.
Well, that's yeah. This
All
was my
right.
fuss at night.
It is. You've been going in. And that last week was my week because I think I went in a little bit last week, but you've been in rare form tonight.
I
But
know.
I'm with you. I'm with
I'm
you.
I'm just
Because
quiet. But, mm-mm.
ridiculous. I can't stand it. Oh, it just makes you just want to scream, but you can't scream. I sing because I got to talk about heart. All right, fellas. Come take us to the next one.
Oh boy.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Gotta keep the song in my heart. Gotta keep the song in my heart. All righty. Okay. Let me go to our next. Ruby Bridges, the brave child who President Eisenhower had to send in U.S. Marshals to protect as she went to school surrounded by angry white mobs, is only 64 years old. Wow, she's younger than Carrie. But it really does not sink in until you see how young she looks today, that you realize that the civil rights movement did not happen that long ago. And I have it right here. This is her right here. Boom. Look at her.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that long ago that little girl had to be guarded by marshals. It really does not sink in until you see it. And it is the truth. There are pictures from 1960 of protesters gathering at William Franz Elementary School in New Orleans, Louisiana, to protest Ruby Bridges on her way to desegregate the schools. As many of these protesters are likely to still be alive and voting on policy that affect us all. Imagine that. Some of them
Yes, some still alive. They gotta be.
still alive and still voting, and was out there chanting and screaming and spitting at a little girl. They were, after all, politically active here. Her first day of William France came 4 years after Black parents in New Orleans filed a lawsuit against the New Orleans Parish School Board for not desegregating the school system in the wake of the Brown versus Board of Education decision, which determined in 1954 that state laws established segregation in public schools were unconstitutional. Once Bridges entered the school and arrived in her classroom, all the other students had withdrawn. The rest of the school year, it was just her and the teacher, she said. And crowds continued to show up, at one point bringing a small baby's coffin with a black doll inside. Eventually, though, Bridges made it to the second grade, and when she did, the school's incoming first grade class had 8 Black students. This is the stuff that they want to hide and pretend that poor kids are being traumatized for learning the real history. This is what we're talking about. And this is why we share it right here.
Yeah. So was she traumatized? So you know what I'm saying? And I had to do it. I said, wait a minute. So the other kids get traumatized because of a book, history. This baby was had to have people with guns to protect her while she went.
Thank you.
Let's come on now. So let's stop the foolishness.
So we applaud her. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, we do. We applaud her. And for those of you who are still out there voting that was on the sideline, that's what we give y'all.
Yes, I'm still alive. Because think about it, Anita. Fauci 81. So some of them are still alive. They still alive. So,
some of them are still alive. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. And probably got a Black CNA taking care of them in a nursing home. Probably can't even turn over.
Like Governor Wallace. Governor Wallace repented, though, before he left this world.
A lot of them, hey, if you don't repent before you leave here, in hell will you lift your eyes. Boom! And that's Bible. And I'm here to tell you, I don't apologize for it. So you better repent, for the kingdom of God is at hand.
Oh my God.
Ha ha! All right, fellas. Go take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. A Maryland couple has sued a local real estate appraiser online mortgage loan provider, alleging that the housing appraisal they received was unfairly low due to their race, in violation of the Fair Housing Act. After a second appraisal returned a result nearly $300,000 higher. Nathan Connolly and Shanae Mott filed suit against 2020 Valuation LLC, its owner Sharon Lanham, and LoanDepot.com on Monday. This is the Monday just passed, alleging that the defendant's 2020 Valuation LLC and its owner discriminated against the plaintiff. I'm sorry. So this is what they did. Let me just break it down. What they did is they told them the house was a certain amount of money, right? They appraised it at $472,000. So what they did is they got a white friend of theirs, and they call it they moved anything that indicated that home was belonged to a Black family, and they went through the same company. And so the white family, they appraised the house at $750,000. When they did it, they appraised it at $472,000. And both of these people are they're teachers, professors actually at the college in that area. So of course, we always go to, we don't do that. We just love everybody type deal. The suit claims that it changed, and Jonathan Fine, the vice president of the public relations with Loan Depot, told CNN that the company strongly, this is the language, opposes housing discrimination. While appraisals are performed independently by outside experts, appraisal firms, all participants in the home finance process must work to find ways to contribute. So my thing is this: even though they may farm it out, but you're still responsible, because they came through your organization, and how the house almost doubled. They went from $472,000 to when and with the black folks, and when they had the white colleagues, it was 750,000. And that's not the first time. It was another time this happened, also. So it's a problem, and
It's that redlining, and then it happened back in 2008, and that when I was the first house I was attempting to buy here in Miami, and I was turned away the day before closing because the property at redline and the price doubled right before my very eyes, and they were demanding more money, and I was already at the closing table. That's it happens a lot. A lot. I was devastated, needless to say. The lady had even left a bottle of champagne in the refrigerator for me as a congratulatory gift. It's crazy, but those things happen. But I'm glad that it doesn't prevail, and it's time for the covers to come back. I'm glad that some people are being exposed for their rotten to the core hearts. Just don't want people to have anything.
Mhm.
Do everything in your power to ruin their lives, to keep them oppressed, and to keep them from having or being in a place that you don't think they deserve to be just because of the color of their skin. The devil is a liar. Sick of it. And
Mhm.
so I applaud this family,
Me too.
100%. And for the idiots that do the foolishness, you get this from me. Nothing.
Oh my God.
Foolishness. Okay. I'm done with that.
Yeah, I ain't fussing this round. Too.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty then. Let me get this comment off. It doesn't match then. That was for the foolishness. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Brooke Hart Jones, a Hampton University alum, created a line of HBCU YOU dolls. She wanted to showcase a sense of HBCU pride through this line. Characters include student body president Hope, cheer captain Alyssa, and homecoming queen Nicole. Each doll comes complete with a biography listing their major extracurricular passions. On each doll's outfit are the logos of esteemed HBCUs, including Morehouse College, Clark Atlanta University, Tuskegee University, and Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University. That's FAMU, for those who don't know. Jones partnered with a prominent Black-owned toy company, Purpose Toys, to release the dolls. The collection, you need to put my school on Bethune University. The collection of 3 18-inch dolls with natural hairstyles. I love the natural hairstyles. With natural hairstyles and interchangeable outfits representing different HBCUs. The dolls aim to give children ages 3 and up a sense of ethnic familiarity, and be an aspirational role model who dreams big, sets goals, works hard, and manifests a rewarding future for herself. While diversity, representation, and inclusion are slowly becoming the corporate norm, more work needs to be done to bring cultural nuances, authentic brand stories, and Black ownership to the toy aisle, she added. We hope to affect positive change not only in toy development, but in business overall. The HBCU dolls are on select shelves at Target stores and online. That's what I'm talking about. And you know that I'm going to be purchasing some of these dolls, because every time we air something like this, I purchase from the vendor. So yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Your thoughts?
I love the doll because the diversity, not just the college, but the skin tone. I love that. You see this, I love it.
All righty. Love it. I think we get thumbs up from everybody, and we're going to give her a nice teams up. We applaud. Black Girls Rock. You better do it, hunty. Yes.
And her play on words, Anita, HBCU. I love that.
I do too. HBCYOU.
YOU. I love that.
I love it too.
Very creative.
Nice play on words. Nice play on words. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All right, this is one of those stories. I'm glad you found that picture. A pregnant mother is speaking out after what she described as a terrifying traffic stop with a Florida deputy. The traffic stop was caught on police camera, and the deputy later resigned. 4 months pregnant, Ebony Washington and her three children were on their way home to Jacksonville from Gainesville last Friday around midnight when they were pulled over for speeding by Bradford County Sheriff Officer Deputy Jason DeSue. DeSue says the mother was traveling 75 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour speed zone. Despite the lights and siren, Washington did not pull over right away because she wanted to find a well-lit area before doing so. She kept driving but turned on her hazard lights. It was dark and I was with my kids. I felt uncomfortable. I did not want to be able to not have anyone else around, Washington said. In the body camera footage, D'Souza sounds like he's unhappy with this decision. Pull the vehicle over, or I will put you into the ground. No, let me say that again. This is what this man said. Pull the vehicle over, or I will put you into the ground, he said through the police car speakers. Shortly after D'Souza made that statement, he follows Washington's car into a gas station parking lot. Video shows he get out of the vehicle and points his gun toward her car. But why? He said, if you make any movement, that will be your last mistake you're going to make. He shouts at the car. Do not move. And she said, I didn't know he had a gun until I told him my seatbelt was. I told him I had my seatbelt on. What did he say? I didn't know he had a gun until I guess she got the car and removed the seatbelt. I was trying to tell you the only reason why I didn't stop. It was only because it was dark out and I had three children with me. I'm pregnant and I did not want them to feel uncomfortable, she said in the video. And this is what he said, shut up about why, DeSue yelled at her. Don't care about the why. Washington was given a speeding ticket and apologized to the deputy. And this is what the deputy said. Apologize for yourself not thanking DeSue said in the video. And eventually his video was what got him fired. They saw the video and the way he handled that was ridiculous. Now, why? Because the woman didn't stop. A lot of people don't stop. I'm not comfortable when I'm driving.
Me either.
So that, we were told, go in a lit area.
Go into a lit area.
You're going to put her in the ground. You don't even know what's going on in the car. It could be an emergency. You're going to put her in the ground. But his boss or whoever he was under, they say he resigned. Now they told him either you resign or we going to fire you. Because I listened to the video. I say, are you kidding me? Because she didn't stop when you said stop. It would be different if she'd have took off on high speed chase or something. So anyway,
it's stuff like this, and then like the young man that they showed, and it wasn't even a black young man; it was a white dude. They were beating his tail. Those three cops that were beating the guy, and they were kneeing him and punching him and trying to smash his head into the ground. It's like it doesn't make sense. There are three of you on him. Why do three people need to be kneeing and punching and smashing the head in the ground?
Because some people don't need to be in a job, because especially when you don't have the right temperament. Yeah, it's some great police officers out there. Ain't nobody bashing them, because we need them. Because when I call them, I want them to come. But sometimes people, they have wrong. They're not the right fit for that job. Like with him. Why would you? You are on your or whatever that thing is they talk through, saying I'm gonna put you in the ground. But why? But why? Because she didn't stop immediately. See, stuff like that. And you get out the car. Why you had to get a gun? Why you had to draw the gun? I mean, I understand maybe you want to protect yourself, but it was his verbiage. It wasn't that, he did what he was supposed to do as a police officer. But some of that stuff he was saying was absolutely ridiculous.
But you know what? There are so many people in there that really don't deserve to have a job with the police department. Of course, we know because they kill people, they break the law, they do all kinds of stuff. But, and this was not like a law-breaking thing, but it was like a violation thing years ago when I used to be driving around Miami. And many times I would be, coming from Kyle School or coming from home on my way to New Birth. There was this one cop who would ride around and talk to people through the loudspeaker from the car. And he wouldn't even be saying nothing. I was in the car. I was at a red light, and I'm going to church. So I'm spraying like oil sheen on my hair in the car, and I roll the windows down, and I'm at the red light. So I'm waiting for the light to change and I'm spraying hair. And so as we pull off, I hear somebody say, too much hairspray, ma'am. Miss Wilson, too much hairspray, too much hairspray. That's what the cop said to me. I was like, what? Really? Like, is that what you're using taxpayers' dollars for, to go around and talk to people? So, of course, you knew my name because you ran my tag. Too much hairspray, Miss Wilson. Too much hairspray. Too much hairspray. And he's like literally riding around talking to people in their car, making comments about what they're doing in their car. Move over. I need to go around you. Move over. Move over. You know, I'm like, okay, that's an idiot with a badge. And there are many. There are many. And that's what's wrong with the police force right there. That's what's wrong with police in America.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that was ridiculous. You pull this lady over. She's pregnant. She got 3 kids in the car. And you gonna put her in the ground. What about her children who are in the car?
Yeah.
You have any regard for those kids and how
he don't even know who was in the car. He was talking before she stopped.
Any regard for the kid, but you knew after you got her that she had kids in the car. Did you have any regard for the kids in the car?
He may have known.
Huh?
I said he may have known there was kids in the car. He didn't care. She was trying to talk to him, he didn't want to hear it. He didn't trying to
tell you what the issue was.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And I'm glad he got fired. And I hope nobody hires him ever anywhere else, ever again, ever. Did I say ever enough times in that? Boom. That's what I got for you. Come on, fellas. Take us on to the last one. Take us all home.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. For our last tea time topic. In honor of the 100th anniversary of Bessie Coleman, the first Black woman to earn a pilot's license, American Airlines operated a flight out of Dallas with an all-Black women crew. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's what I'm talking about. With an all-Black women's crew. I got to pause for that to give it a little bit of bell right there. Give it up for the all-Black women's crew. From the pilots and flight attendants to cargo team members and aviation maintenance technicians, the women operated and took charge of every aspect of the flight from Dallas to Phoenix. The airline hosted the Bessie Coleman Aviation All-Stars Tour last week to celebrate the anniversary of Coleman's earning her pilot license in 1921. She barely broke down barriers within the world of aviation and paved the path for many to follow, the airline said in a news release. Coleman, born in Atlanta, Texas in 1892, got her international pilot's license in June of 1921 by the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale. Coleman used her influence the following years to encourage other African Americans to fly, even refusing to perform air shows at locations that would not admit African Americans. Coleman died in Jacksonville, Florida, April 30th, 1926, at age 34, after preparing for an air show with a pilot and the plane crashed. But yep, she made history. That is so awesome. And I wish I could have been on that flight with the all-Black crew. But then they look good. Like I'm just look at them walking. Hey. Yeah, we did that. Yes. We did that. That's what I'm talking about. And we applaud Black Girls Rock. This is a real Black Girls Rock moment right here. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah. When I did a little research on her, they did find some kind of way she got thrown out of the plane. But it was the other guy, he died, of course. But they found when they did get the wreckage that somebody had taken Somebody had taken a wrench, is that you call it a wrench, and jammed it under a particular part, something that they used to fly the plane, and that's why it went down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know if they ever investigated that, but yeah, they know why the plane went down.
Of course they know.
Yeah.
But it was in the 1920s, in it.
Yeah.
Of course, they didn't want a Black woman to get those accolades, and of course, they wanted to do anything in their power to stop her. But they didn't stop her from making history.
No,
because she did that.
History always speaks for itself. That's why I say all this foolishness going on, history gonna speak for itself. It always does. I don't care what you say out your mouth. You can't change history, and that's what they tried to do, but you can't.
Amen.
Because if that's the case, I'd have been changed some stuff.
Amen.
You know.
Whew. Well, all right. Well, we've come to the end of our broadcast. I'm so glad we had this time together. But we gotta go. Anywho, thank you all so much for joining us. You've tuned in to Can We Talk, brought to you by Movement Worldwide with your faithful co-hosts, Anita Faye Wilson and Annette L. Anderson. We're so glad that you came by. But before you leave, we'll ask a few things, just a few things. Don't go anywhere yet. Don't click off just yet. We have a few things. We want to make sure that you subscribe to the channel you're watching. Make sure you hit that like button before you go, and make sure you share it. It will still be up. The other thing you can do, go to our Cash App, $ Movement Worldwide, and sow a seed. Give us a seed. Show us a little love. Trust me, we can use the seed. We are a nonprofit organization, and every seed counts. Or you can come into covenant with us. If you would go to our website at movementworldwide.org, click that red button that says Become a Patron. It'll take you to patreon.com. Go ahead and set up your account and set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, $2.80 a week. That's what we ask for. But you can set your amount for whatever amount you want. You can set it for more, which most of our patrons have done. And we appreciate it. But guess what? All seeds are greatly appreciated. And what's appreciated even more is that you are here and that we can have conversation and dialogue with you, and that you are sharing this everywhere, even to those platforms, everywhere you see that globe. Follow us at Movement Worldwide. And you can also email us at info@movementworldwide.org. Thoughts, views, comments, prayer requests, praise reports, topic ideas, anything. Email us. Trust me, we want to hear from you. And before we go, I want to give a rundown of what we have going on each and every week. We have a lot that goes on all week. And what you said?
I said we sure do. We have
a lot that goes on all week. So we're going to ask that you please tune in right now to these announcements. We have a lot going on. We start off our week on Tuesday nights, where we're graced with the presence of SOAR. That is an organization by Annette L. Anderson, and you can find it at AnnetteLAnderson.com. That's AnnetteLAnderson.com. She greets us on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. for TNT. That's Tuesday Night Talk, where we take flight and soar. That's speak, orate, articulate, and electric side.
I need to get up and be dancing. I know it's coming.
Okay. Where we speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. That's Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. live right here on this platform, Facebook and YouTube. And we ask again that you come back on Wednesday nights, meet us right back here, Facebook and YouTube, for Can We Talk, another edition. We're here every week. We let our hair down, have just a nice conversation, some fun, laughter, encouragement, empowerment. Every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. live here with the transformational topic, those idioms and phrases that just make you go, And that's followed up by our power tool, that hard to have conversation, the power tool. And then we bring it up with the rear with those wonderful tea time topics, where we can have the good, the bad, the ugly from the news, the things you never will hear about anywhere but here. You can hear about it here because we're going to tell it all with our tea time topics. And that's Wednesday nights at 7. Then on Friday nights, we're on Clubhouse in the Movers and Shakers room. Go to your app store, download the Clubhouse app, and find us. Find Annette L. Anderson, find Anita Faye Wilson, find the Movers and Shakers room, and join us every Friday night at 8 p.m. for a very fiery conversation. Our theme this year, Finding Balance. But if you can't figure it out, if you get there, you download the app, don't know how to use it, don't know what to do, don't know how to set it up, I just can't find it, don't want to go and look for it, you can always, bam, you can text the word movers. Gotta get my other drumstick. Text the word movers to 954-820-5050. 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. 954. I suck as a drummer. So you can text the word movers to 954-820-5050. Come on, y'all know this. Can we talk? We like to have fun. And it's always,
yes.
954-820-5050, and we'll give you a link right into the broadcast, 954-820-5050. And then on Sundays, meet us right back here on this platform, Facebook and YouTube, for Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, Annette,
Always.
where there is always a word for you. Every Sunday, 10 o'clock, meet us here. Annette, your final thoughts.
Well, we thank you so much for joining us, and like Anita talked about earlier, you make my heart sing. So we got to get a song in our heart. Now I know we talked about a lot of stuff today, and we're not mad about it. We're just telling you about it because I got a song in my heart, honey, and I don't mind singing. And banning books, but not bullets. Regardless whether you agree or disagree, you got to know something's wrong with that. Something's wrong when you concentrate more on a book than you did on a bullet. So thank you so much for sharing with us. We love you. We couldn't do this without you. I can't even imagine not being a part of this platform. So thank you, and thank you.
Hey, Jassy. Thank you for tuning in, watching the replay. All right, see, a lot of y'all can do just like her, and you can tell your family and friends they can watch the replay, send that link out. All right, good people, thank you again. You have been a blessing to us. We appreciate you. We love you so much, but we gotta go. So we just shoot you some love. We think we got that heart thing going up, and we see you the next time. Bye.
Yeah.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. Yes. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself.
Absolutely.
So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's speak it, orate it, articulate it, and reverberate it. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.